What's going on, y'all? Sorry, it's been a minute since I actually did a video. Sometimes life just get in the way. Just a moment of transparency. Honestly, with this YouTube stuff, I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know where I want to take this. You know what I mean? I think at this point, I just really enjoy talking about vintage clothing and stuff like that. So, shout out to the people who do show this page love and just show me love in general. Um, but this video is pretty much my fall pickups. Um, so just tell me if it's heat. Tell me if you're not banging with it. Tell me if you are. But I'm gonna start off with here we go. The Carl Kanai, the half zip sweatshirt. I fucks with this one heavy. I really do. Um, I actually got a little deal on this. That one. This one right here, to me, is a grail. Like I know some people definitely remember having this, in the '90s. I know I had this one in the '90s. I found this one for a really, really good price because I ended up seeing one that was, I think the first one I seen was $500, and then I end up lucking up and getting this one for 50. So can't be mad at that deal. Just a little one thing that I just learned over the years because I'll probably say I've been kind of on this vintage clothing kick since probably a little bit after I graduated high school. I'm about to show my age here, but I graduated high school in 2008. And I think for me, it kind of just started with, snapback hats. Around that time, snapback hats weren't the thing again yet. I never forget, God rest my brother's soul, Woe Stewart, Stewie. We seen him. I can't remember if it was the plain Colorado Rocky snapback or one of the Dallas Cowboys ones that he had on. And we seen him with one of those, and me and my boy Jay. After that, he didn't gatekeep. He told us exactly where he got them from. After that, it was just on. But for the longest time with me, I was only doing like vintage jerseys, stuff like that. But when I really, really dived, you know, head first into it, then it became, the sweatshirts, even going back to like the jeans. Um, and now it's the thing. This is about to sound like a drug deal going bad, but it's the half zip and quarter zips, the sweatshirts, the fleeces, things like that. And I found a lot of these, at really, really good prices. So I'm just sharing it with y'all. But I definitely this ain't a half zip. This is just a hoodie. But I got me a nice little called Kanai hoodie. Uh, so I've been going OD with the Perry Ellis. I ain't gonna lie, the Perry Ellis been, what I'm saying. And the thing is, like, some of this stuff ain't. Some of it's really expensive. Some of it's not super expensive. So I'm always looking for the deal. So if I get a deal for this stuff, I'm hitting buy now ASAP. Hold on one second because all these shit is about to fall. So let me pick it up. There we go. Here's just another Perry Ellis quarter zip or whatever. Um, then I ended up lucking up and getting this Pele vest. This shit was only $10, man. Like you can't beat that, you know. And I got the Boss quarter zip. Is that a quarter zip? Yeah, I think that's a quarter zip. Excuse me if I'm getting this wrong because I can't really tell if it's a quarter zip or half zip. And I got this fly Nike joint. You know, of course, some of y'all know I've been on my phone posit kick, so that gave me a reason to get the if I could find a pair of Phoenix Suns, that gave me a reason to get them in good condition. So I'm definitely looking. The chaps, I know people don't really, I don't know if people really fuck with the chaps or not, but I fuck with this one. I just like the color scheme on this one. And like I said, it wasn't super expensive, so I had to hop on it or whatever. Found me a nice little polo, low life or no life, purple and what's that? Purple and green. The collar's purple. So now this particular part, I don't know if I want to call this the quadruple double or I don't know what it is, but the naughty, they showed me love on the Nautica stuff. So, this is, I actually, when I bought it, I thought it was blue and the picture looked blue, but it turns out that it's purple, which it's not that bad, not that big of a deal because it's fire. And like I said, it was inexpensive. Um, you won't see a lot of these, just from people in that community. You're gonna see a lot of the Nautica competition places. You know what I'm saying? So I end up having to get one in damn near every color I could find. Here's the red joint, whatever. But this one, you definitely probably gonna see this a lot during the fall/winter. This one here, if you haven't seen it already, you definitely gonna see the black joint. You know what I'm saying? That shit's going platinum on the internet right now. So, but it's fire there, so I definitely understand why. Then had to get my Georgetown colors, right? And all this stuff is really going to come together, when I get the right shoes, right pants, right hat. You know how that goes. I'm just showing you a little bit of what I've been, picking up. Now, another underrated brand was Mecca to me. Now, I found a Mecca shirt, that the exact Mecca shirt that Marlon Wayans had on in the episode where Bernie Mac was his girlfriend's brother and he like was bullying people or something like that. When I come in, when I wear it, I'm gonna post the picture from the episode. But here you have the Mecca sweater. Now this one, same thing. I actually, when I initially bought it, and this was my fault for not looking at the colors, I initially thought that it was black and blue, but it's navy blue. But it's still fire nonetheless, and I could do something with it. I could definitely do something. This is crazy because I actually was about to sell my copper phones because I couldn't, for whatever reason, for the stuff that I like, I couldn't find anything to go with my copper phones for some strange reason. So I was about to sell them, and then I end up finding this. And when it came in, like just the Nike check and the collar, that color, it goes perfect with my copper phone. So it gave me a reason to not sell them because I don't even think I wore them yet. So kudos to me finding this Nike. Can't never go wrong with Nike. Now this one, these next two actually, shout out to my boy Josh from Depop. So I kind of try to do my research on this one. I couldn't find too much, but it's D4M denim, right? And it's supposed to be really rare. And like I said, I tried to look it up. I couldn't find too much, but nonetheless, this joint is definitely fire. I could do something crazy with this. Same thing with this one. I actually just wore this one the other day, and I took pictures of it. This one is definitely fire. Messed up thing about Pittsburgh is, I bought this stuff thinking that, you know, because it started getting a little chilly. But I keep forgetting I live in Pittsburgh and the weather is super bipolar, and it got cold for that week and a half maybe, and then the next couple, I think all this week is going to be in the high 70s and the 80s, and probably into October is probably gonna be hot. You know what I mean? So it's so messed up because I can't wait to wear this stuff. And like my friends from other states, that wear this kind of stuff, they're telling me that they have their windbreakers on already and stuff like that. So I definitely can't wait to break this stuff out. This particular one isn't really like a brand or anything like that. I just like the brown. When I get me some of those super boots by Timberland, you know what I'm saying? I could probably work something out with this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all already know I goes crazy with the FUBU. I goes OD with the FUBU. And for the wintertime, I definitely went super OD with the FUBU. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, and even still, like I'm going colorblind, I can't tell if this one is blue or black. It looks, I don't know what you tell me what it looks right here. In person, it looks kind of blue, but I think on the internet it said black, you know. Um, then I end up getting same style, different color, right? Same style, different color. Um, and end up getting another nice little half zip or quarter zip. This go with those psychic blue phones. So yeah. Now this one's a little bit big, but I'm gonna try to make it work. Because it wasn't that expensive, and I actually like the back. The back of this thing is just unreal. Super unreal. And this one, another one I thought was black. It looks blue. In person, it might not look like that on the camera, but it definitely looks blue. Mhm. Same thing with this one. I thought it was black and gray. It's blue and gray, but nonetheless, it's still fire to me, right? And then last but not least, the platinum fugu joint. I ain't gonna lie, this one's kind of fire. Now I'm deciding if I want to wait until December until those tens come out, or do I want to get me the answer fours that go perfect with them. But those are just my pickups for the fall so far. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know if you got any of these in your collection or you had them in your collection back in the day. Let me know.